Hey everyone, I'm Daniel Cohn, the editorial director here at Spin. We're here today with Jake. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
All right, I'm good myself. Thanks for asking. A topic that's near and dear to your heart is suicide prevention, which is a very heavy topic.
Yeah, so to me, it's such an important thing because I think especially with lockdown and with just everything being accessible from home, I think a lot of people end up just being very alone. And to me, it's so important that people know that they're not alone. And I'm going to be releasing a song tomorrow that is called "This Is What Losing Someone Feels Like," and one of the main lyrics is, when you love someone, you tell them that you do. And so it's just the idea of checking in on people and loving them, because you never know if someone might be going through something. And if you never check in, you might never know that they were going through something.
Was there something that spurred this in your life that made it an issue, or was it something you've always been aware of and always just wanted to help?
Yeah, so I've definitely, always had a heart for this, but recently, a number of friends of mine have experienced loss, and a few to suicide, and I've just seen the impact that it's had on some of my friends and close family, and yeah, I just want to make an impact and let people know that they're not alone, and let people know that they're loved and they're appreciated.
Is that outside of releasing a song? Is that something you set up at your shows or mention on stage, right, or on social media to connect with your fans to prevent them from doing something harmful?
Yeah, yeah, with this song, we're partnering with the Text 998 service, the crisis hotline, and it's easy and accessible through text. And so I felt like that's something that, for my generation, that's something that I could get on board with, because it's up to date, and I feel like it's just authentic to us. We like to text, and so it's unintimidating for sure. And so yeah, but even in my own personal life, like I still live in my hometown, and I'm still very close with a lot of my older friends and stuff like that. And so to me, it's just really important to stay connected with the people that I love.
And it's interesting you say that about the pandemic, because I feel like a lot of people's mental health, whether they were alone or away from their family or stuck with their family, or depending on how your point of view, is that it put people into a rut, and that this is an effect of that. Is that something that you noticed in your community, or is it something that you noticed within the artist community that's become more prevalent in recent years?
Yeah, I think it's definitely just in my own circle. I didn't experience a lot of loss growing up, but I think just recently so much stuff has been happening to where, my mind is there and I'm thinking about it, and it really puts things into perspective. And I'm a really strong man of faith, and so to keep people alive and to just share with them the love, and just point them to goodness and not to death. Ultimately, I believe the enemy wants death, and he wants that to rule in people's lives. And so yeah, I just hate to see that happen to anybody, and whatever I can do to prevent that, I want to.
What advice would you give your fellow artists who are struggling with these dark thoughts?
I think a lot of people assume that artists are doing great all the time because they have their dream job and this and that, but ultimately it goes a lot deeper than that. I think a lot of artists experience loneliness, and we have a lot of stories to back that up of artists who just kind of get stuck in a rut and they can't really get out. And so for me, just keeping my friends and family around has always been really important, and just focusing on my faith has been an integral part of my mental health, absolutely. So.
Have you heard gotten feedback from your audience and your fans from what you've done? And if so, how rewarding is that to know that you've positively impacted someone like that?
Yeah, it's crazy because I had never written any songs about this topic really, but I had still seen a bunch of comments about people just saying that my music had saved their life, and it's just something that you don't know the sort of impact that you're having. It might just be a video that pops up and really impacts somebody, and gives them a reason to live maybe. And so to be able to do that is really sobering, but also it really gives a lot of purpose to the music that I'm making.
It's really cool to see you using your platform for this, because you have so many followers and Instagram followers, and people that come to see you, that you are doing change in a positive way. I mean, it's the best way to be authentic and real and stay true to yourself.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm all about life and just loving people and loving them in the right ways for sure.
Absolutely. Well, thanks, Jake, for swinging by. Is there anything else you want to tell everyone out there?
Well, yeah, just remember you can text 988 if you're going through something tough. And of course it's free and it's really accessible. So I would encourage you, like if you don't have someone to talk to, just text that number and just do it for me for sure.